Hi, welcome to M77 Media. Today, we're going to explore the features of the Church Control Center. This is our product from our platform that allows you to handle and manage all of your digital presence from one place. Can you do all of this work without this? Yes, absolutely. But chances are you will have to have multiple people doing this work, where through our platform, you can reduce the amount of people that are needed to be able to do so much more for your church, for your ministry, for your school. It is an amazing tool, and I am ready to show it to you today. We will use one of the churches that we have in our platform as an example to navigate how the tool works and what are some of the things that you can accomplish with it. We will start with the dashboard, which is the main landing place where you will get to once you acquire the services from M77 and the Church Control Center. In this case, you would land into something like this that gives you a quick preview and a kind of walkthrough of some of the things that you need to complete and integrate within the platform. Another thing that is very, very important is the dashboard. At a glance, you can see what are some of the recent activities that that need to be addressed or need to be reviewed, right? Some of your general information, where your if your information is accurate, if you're located in the right place, and what are some of the products that you have activated within M77 Media. So let's start with what we call the foundation of your digital presence. This foundational product is called the Church Listing Builder. The Listing Builder goes directly to the information that you have on your Google business profile. Everything that we are trying to do is to get Google to see you so they can also give you the visibility when someone is searching for a church near me, which is one of the biggest challenges if you don't have all of the areas that we will cover today addressed in some sort of fashion. Some of the things that you will see here from the listing builder is you can look at an overview at a glance. How are you doing? How are you progressing? If there are any new listings that have showed up or not. You also have what we call Google Insights, which allows you to get information on searches, on views, how did people behave or react in front of your listing, how many direct requests versus phone calls were received in a certain period of time. So you can also customize your reports and your views as well. This is really powerful to be able to share with your team or with your leadership team within the church or your ministry or school, how you're progressing after you started using the platform. The citations is what I keep mentioning. This is very important. When this church started with us, they started with 22 citations. At the moment, they have 75 in a matter of a few months. And what this means, an increase of 240%, is very significant when it comes to Google. There are other churches that have gone percentages in the thousands because they are able to connect and synchronize with a lot more places that they were not registered to begin with, right? And this is what the listing distribution is all about as well. We connect directly with three main data aggregators that, as long as these data aggregators have your information, then any subsequent local directories that get created in the future will already have access to your information. Imagine if you have to be on top of every new local directory that gets created, that it's also considered relevant by Google, and now you have to manually go register yourself. It will be very, very time consuming. The last thing I want to show you is the listing summary or the listing sync. Over here, every possible source that we have published for this church, they have been synchronized with, and this activity happens every single day. Our tool will connect and synchronize your information so it is the most current and up to date as possible. They started with a score of 380, 320, and at the moment they have a score of 723. So it is an incredible improvement, and their information is accurately being dispersed across all of the internet. Very easy to navigate as well. You go right back to the menu, and then we would go to the next thing, which is the church reputation. So if the listing builder is a foundation, the reputation is when we start building the walls, right? We're going to protect what the content's going to be of that house that we're trying to build together. And the same as the other tool, you will land into an overview page where it gives you how you're doing at a glance, and it lets you see what are the scores at an aggregate level as well, and what are some of the keywords that are being used more often, etc. What I really like about the reviews is that we can manage all of the reviews, whether they're coming from Google or for Facebook, from the same place. You don't have to leave the tool. You can simply click and then write your review here and respond directly from within the platform. This is a huge improvement and a time saver because today what you would have to do is go to your Google Business Profile and find where that review was received and then type your review there. If you're the one that doesn't have time, now you have to give access to someone else to also have that role and go and reply for you. In our case, you would just create a user within this platform and they'll just have direct access to reply and help you with the work of the reviews. There is also templates. So if you have teammates, we are able to give you a place where you can build templates responses and they can just choose the template of responses based on the ratings as well. So if someone left you a 1 or 2 start, then you would start off with this and then, obviously tweak the text so it's actually applicable to what you're trying to do. Another thing that we have here, although we already talked about listings, there are certain places where you not only have your information, but you can also leave reviews. Okay. In our case, we give you a list of what that looks like and what is a direct link if you wanted to leave a review, as well as having your information accurately shown in these particular local directories. Again, you see some of these scores, 723, which you already saw in the other one. This church is doing really well as far as the digital presence, the citations, and the mentions. And talking about mentions, let's say that you have something that you want to monitor. For example, if you want to monitor your name as a church to see where it's been mentioned outside of your own local channels, you have a place here that allows you to keep track of what's being mentioned on the web, on Twitter, on Facebook, if there are any blogs that are mentioning you, any news articles, or on Instagram as well. And it does give you a glimpse of what it was. So you can click on the article or the mention and see what it was said about your organization. And like that, many other features, every module has some sort of analytics that would allow you to keep track of how things are going. And it also allows you to change it based on time periods as well. So if you were presenting to your own internal team or your leadership team or your board, you have a lot of really good information that you can share with them and show them how the church has been progressing after you guys started to use the tool for your particular church ministry or school. Now, going right back to our menu, now that we have the foundation on the walls, we're going to try to build a roof. And what does the roof look like? Well, we call the roof like the social media manager, right? It's like a lot of people may only see the roof and get to the house based on what they saw from afar. Same thing with this. The same analogy. If someone saw your social media post and it interests them, it might be the hook that you need in order to bring them and have them check out your website or what else you have going, what information you have. If they want to attend an actual service, if your listing is accurate, it'll tell them on which date and which times you actually get together, you congregate, so they may be able to attend. So, and here again, we land on an overview page that gives you a glance of if you have any scheduled posts, if you had any recent posts, and if you have any customer posts that are replying back to you. This goes directly to engagement, right? And so the other thing that I really like about this is the calendar tool. The calendar tool within the My Posts option, it is a great way of looking at a glance what is being scheduled for the future, what was posted in the past. If you need to go to a post directly, you don't have to do a ton of scrolling, just a couple of clicks, and then you find it immediately. Okay, another place here, the customer posts. If you notice, this church actually has their Facebook, their Instagram, and their Twitter's account connected to our platform, which means that any information that any post that has been engaged with will come back over here in this list. And now they can comment directly from within our platform. You don't have to go and open Twitter or open Instagram or open Facebook to find that post. Over here, you have a list of everything that has been posted and if anybody engaged with it as well. I'll show you how easy it is to actually post. And over here, I'm going to talk about a very, very cutting edge improvement that we've done over the last few weeks, and it has been implemented as well. Now you see here, these are the three platforms that they're connected. If I wanted to say happy week, um, this is something that is recognized by the platform that you want to post on all three platforms. If you don't have a graphic designer that can help you with creating artwork, our platform also gives you access to wonderful images that you can also search by themes over here. Let's just choose this one to make the example easy and quick and ready to go. So as I click this, that image is not only inserted into the post, but it's also inserted in the three different platforms that we are going to post to. Now, let's say that I am not very inspired, right? And I don't know, I'm not a good writer, and I want to help the church, but I don't know exactly what this over here is our integration with AI, so artificial intelligence. So what are we trying to do? Let's say that we put happy week, and I want to generate a short form post, right? And if when I click here, the AI is going to look for word and phrases and sentences that will go off of the theme of Happy Week. So in this case, Happy Week, everyone. Let's make the most of the week. I'm sure to take care of ourselves along the way. Here's to a great week. Hashtag happy week. So if you want, you can just use this content. Or if you want to do something a little more with a little more substance, then you can do the long form, right? And then we click generate once again. So now out of the same prompt of happy week, the AI is putting together text that will be used on the social media post that you're trying to generate. And there we have it. You see, it generated a lot more information. So as we head into another week, it's worth taking a moment to pause, reflect, et cetera, et cetera. So you see, this is a huge advancement in technology because now you can start really putting some substance behind the posts and not just a sentence and that's it. If there is someone that doesn't want to read through it, that's great. But if there is someone that does want to read through a little more substance, then you are able to provide that with them, right? As always, we recommend being AI doesn't mean that it's infallible, but it is a really good start. We recommend that you review the text and you make your own tweaks so it gets closer to the voice of the church and the messages that you want to convey. One thing that I will tell you is that the AI actually works in other languages as well, so feel free to test that out. One of the things that I also love about this is that say that I'm doing this work on a Sunday and I want to post this on a Monday, I can just come here and say I want to schedule this, on next Monday at 3 p.m. and I schedule my post. This way, at 3 p.m., I could be busy doing something else. I could be in a meeting or addressing other needs of the church, and the platform will do this post for you on both Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. Remember that Twitter is limited by the number of characters, so you may have to go and edit the Twitter messaging so it fits the limitation on the characters. And you also do this by just quickly going over here, clicking on this, and editing this text, and that already reduced it, and we can just schedule post. So this tool is extremely powerful. It is much easier to teach a person how to use this platform than it is to teach them how to use 3 different platforms, right? And so this is one of the advantages of having this particular platform or tools all in one place is that we take care of the training, and then all you do is you just choose who your team is and we equip them to make sure that they take care of all of your digital presence needs. Something that I didn't mention along the way, but now that we've done listing and that we've done the reviews and that we've done social media, with reviews, it is important to have a good amount of reviews on your Google Business Profile. Sometimes there is a lot of members in the church and you have not capitalized on the fact that you have people there that are willing to leave you a good review for the church. They have been attending for years that maybe they're not that techy, you could take a moment and say, hey, we need to hear your voice. We need to hear your opinions because there will be people that will be attracted to what we're doing here um, in in the future based on those reviews. So one of the things that we have available is a review widget, which this can be included in text messages or an email. So if you have an email list that you've put together for your church members or even your visitors, you can email them this widget code, and they'll be able to leave you a review directly from that link that they'll receive. Another thing that we have available for you is the mobile kiosk, which allows you to put this into an iPad, for example. And now the iPad will have this screen, and then they'll be able to leave you a review directly from the iPad. So it's making it easy for people to be able to leave their experiences and their opinions on how your organization is doing, which is also a good attracting tool when we're trying to reach other people with the messaging and with the good news and with a positive thought. The more that they see that you are present and that people have good things to say about you, then the more interest is going to create. It is said that about 2 years ago in 2021, the number of people doing searches for a church near me and visitors actually showing up in person was about 80 to 85%. And as of last year, that number jumped to 93%, which means that 9 out of 10 people are doing all of their searches online before they ever set foot in your church. And so that is something very, very important to consider when you're putting all of your efforts into maybe other things that are not as relevant as cleaning up your digital presence. And also, I will finish with this. There is um, a module for your website. So if you don't have a website and you need to build one, we can help you build one. It is very easy to use. It has a Divi visual builder on top of it. So even someone that is not technically savvy or has experience building websites, we can train them in about 45 minutes to an hour, and they'll be able to make changes on your live website as well as keeping it up to date. There is nothing worse than saying, welcome 2020, because you haven't touched your website in 3 years. People want to see that you're actually on top of these things and you're putting the latest and greatest. We're having a great program this coming weekend. We're going to have a concert in a couple of months. We're going to have a children's program this coming Sunday, and we're going to have a 4th of July celebration. Is going to be huge. We want everybody to come. They need to be able to see what is the latest church life activities that you're having available for them. So website is also included as part of the tool, if you so choose it, all in one place. And the last thing that I have is the advertising intelligence. Advertising intelligence is a module that allows you to combine all of your paid advertising campaigns into one place. Today, if you want to see how they're doing, you're going to have to go to 2 or 3 different places to monitor that. Through our tool and our platform, you'll be able to do all of that from one place. Did I say one place? I think I said one place. I think I'm driving the message home when I tell you that we want to make it easy for you to clean up your digital presence. We want to make it easy for your church to thrive, to be able to be a beacon within the community and not be something that is hidden. Maybe only your members know how good you are, but you are given a mission, which is to go spread the good news to the whole world. And the whole world needs to see you. And by seeing you is we need to clean up all of these areas that I just talked about so Google finds you more relevant. And with the increased relevance, then Google will also increase your visibility as well. So next time that someone is searching for a church near me, we want you to be amongst the top of the results. Now, if you're really serious about all of this, contact us because we also have some SEO things that we can do for you, and we can actually maximize all of the things that I just mentioned, put them together in a much better package, and make sure that you are amongst those top five results on first page. Make sure that people find you very easily as well. If you have any questions, you can visit our website at www.m77.media. My name is Ronnie Drakenberg. I was so happy to be able to give you a quick glance at what the Church Control Center can do for your church. Have a blessed day.